Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
2nd down, 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
However you measure DeForest Buckner 6'7", 6'8", it really doesn't matter. He looks like a basketball power forward. And the one thing that he always focuses on and concentrates on is leverage. How does he drop his pad level so he can get down there and compete with the blockers of the NFL?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Going for it all. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he is knocked down from the side. Joe Williams and the rest of his offense heading onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Pass interference. Offense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go now.
First down, a run with Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Green 39.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cam Chancellor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third down, here's Rawls. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Derek Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Caught left side, Garcon. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And this one is right down Broadway. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Seahawks are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The 49ers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So
there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Out to the flat for Hyde. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about that? His pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run high. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll hand things over to the USC product, a former fourth-round selection, Matt Barkley. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now Barkley. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's Barkley. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. They'll look to throw again. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He finds an opening past the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, Procise. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and short, it's Procise. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. Derek Carr, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cliff Averill in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.